Looks fine here. We can keep this. Can scry to more land. I'm gonna own our Fiend's Tower. All right. Take that turn 1 consider. Turn 2 scry. Set up from there. Most just want land at this point. Okay. A little bit of stick here by the opponent. Negate is nice. We don't have a counterspell. We really just need land at this point. That's not land either. That's not land either. Let's try to scry into land. That's not land either. Okay. We probably just have to hold Impulse here to keep hitting land. So we're going to end. No Surge Engine on 2 this time. Third land, okay. Oh, it's nice they're not putting much pressure on us. No, all right, there's land. Okay, yeah, we got to take that. I don't think there's any choice there, really. Essence Scatter. Cool. Yeah, we're just holding here. Again, need more land. Fourth land by the opponent. Are they going to do nothing again? We'll take that Thirst, man. It's funny that we actually want to keep the land, though. Is there any reason Impulse instead? No, I think it's just more mana efficient. Hopefully we get 2 lands and something else. That'd be the ideal draw. Otherwise, maybe we drop off the Surge Engine. You go ahead and negate that. Okay, that's fine. And we hit the land anyway because we're amazing at this game. When with 2 mana open, they could counter something here. We could drop the Surge Engine, hold Impulse. Right, I don't think we need to run into Make Disappear, per se. Here comes the engine. And here. Probably Impulse into more land, depending on what they do. If they hold open Make Disappear mana. We'll see. Okay, 5th land now. Oh, yeah. All right, Artifact and Sorcery Spells, 1 less to cast. We're probably just going to counter this. Okay. Artifact, Instant, and Sorcery Spells cost 1 less to cast. So that's the deck we're up against. If we see Make Disappear now, we get to resolve the Djinn. Only protection we have is Fading Hope. All right, goes through. Some more land here gets us through Make Disappear. We don't hit the land. We can drop the Terror here, though. Which I don't hate. We could also level up the Surge Engine twice, which is pretty mana inefficient. All right, that's not what I want to do this turn. So we'll just go Terror here. And I think instead of attacking, we hold the Impulse. Try to hit more lands so we can get through Make Disappear. Yeah. Do nothing here. We didn't hit our land drops. We could have Impulse preemptively, but I like the idea that they're a little bit worried about what we might counter this turn. Teferi who slows the sunset. Okay, that resolves. They get to dig for some answers here. We get to try to punish them as much as possible, or they could plus. No, they're going to minus. They're looking for answers. Okay. So I think we take the Impulse here. Over leveling up the Surge Engine. Tap land comes down. Is there stick here? I don't know. We'll take the Impulse. I think there is stick. We want that next land, right? Counterspell is good too. But we can drop the Djinn here pretty safely. So the counterspell is, I guess, a little bit better. We don't hit land, which is too bad. I really wanted to. We can only attack with Terror. They had stick, but they can't stop the Terror here. So we'll start here is fine. So we can hold them and Make Disappear. But they shouldn't be able to target anything relevant. Okay, it sticks. And we go ahead and attack down Teferi. And if they have a sweeper, hopefully we can get through it with Make Disappear. Could drop off the Surge Engine if we needed to. Alright, 3 spells open, feels pretty good. Surge Engine hasn't done much yet, just because we really want to hold our mana open to counter stuff. In theory, you know, if they play something irrelevant, we could level up the Surge Engine instead. Is this worth trying to counter? They can't take out the Terror. I guess they can. Because they just pay the 2 for it. We could counter this and drop off the Surge Engine. The question is, who's more valuable? The Surge Engine plus Make Disappear in hand, or the Terror? Yeah, we can counter this guy. I think that's fine. Casualty 1. Attack you. Enough to pay 4 total. Maybe instead they take this opportunity to use a removal spell on the Djinn. I think the only way they get through this... Oh, they march the Djinn away now. Okay. Down to 1 card in hand, we keep a terror. It's not awful. Yeah, target you. Okay. Bit to consider here. We don't... Man, we could do that just to hit land. We don't really need to hit land right now. Let's just hit him for 5. We could hit another terror off this. So what do we want? We want to be able to counter something for x equals 3. That keeps them all 5 drops. That's pretty much it, though. I think we just hold steady here for a minute, sadly. Even though we could hit a terror off of an impulse. Okay, so Syncope for x equals 3 doesn't actually do it. So we could take an impulse into a negate, which I'm fine with. Impulse into Syncopate, that's not it. I guess we'll take the next terror instead. And there's no point in considering just yet, because we'll run out of blue mana anyway. You have to take their minus, sure. Probably won't be able to target the terror this turn. Too expensive. Okay. And we'll get our consider now. Terror's already at 1 mana. Yeah, we'll keep that. I don't know that we'll drop both of them necessarily. We'll play you out. We'll tack down the Teferi. It's unlikely they target it unless they have something like Fading Hope. Okay, Teferi down. I think we just play out 1 terror. Well, what are the sweepers? Are the only sweepers people run 6 mana, right? Which case, we most likely can Syncopate it. So maybe we'll drop both here. So if they go land and farewell, then they can pay for it. They cycle. All right, that's good for us. We can always Fading Hope one of them. It's the Emperor again. We can make him pay 2. Let's not. We'll just Fading Hope our own terror if we need to.
Run away. You'll be safer.
They make the blocker instead. All right, we can bounce that for free. Hit in for lethal. Okay, that looks like game then. 2 attackers. Bounce the token, swing in for 15. Scry, don't need you per se. Scoop. Okay. Yeah, see, Surge Engine hasn't proved its value yet, but low sample size. We'll keep trying. This really isn't a good hand. I think we mull this. We could consider and try to hit something, but this is definitely looking better already. Maybe we drop off the Fading Hope here. Try to impulse into something or 2 or Essence Scatter. Could drop off the Terror because it's the most expensive, but I think we put back the Fading Hope here. There's protection for the Djinn on 4, but that's so far away. I think I'd rather do it like this. See if we get to counter a creature on 2. Is it something? Okay, land's good. Hang out here. Okay. Take our impulse. Negate's pretty good. Thirst for Discovery is also quite good this turn, though. Maybe even better, because it catches us back up. Off the mulligan. I think we're going to take that instead. Nice. We hit land anyway. That's really good. Okay, we're going to end here and hope to thirst. We do have Essence Scatter if we have to land it. We can't do it anyway. So that resolves. Fading Hope would be nice to pick off the token. All right, so we thirst now. We have the land to drop off. We actually like the land, though. We can drop the Djinn, hold negate. Plus we have Fading Hope. All of this is good. I think we really want to keep the land. Let's decline. Let's drop off Essence Scatter. And maybe the next thirst. Everything else is pretty good. Also makes the terror cheaper. Consider is not what we needed, but that's okay. So we don't have to slam the Djinn this turn. Fading Hope the token isn't bad. Keeps us off the mana advantage. Maybe we could drop the terror instead. We should be pretty cheap at that point. Backup Djinn's good. I think that's fine. Terror's down to 2. We could consider now. So it'll make it cheaper anyway. Because we can't cast negate no matter what this turn. Yeah, I'll take the draw. I guess we already knew what that was. Alright, so Terror's down to 1. We don't have protection for it, but it's really expensive to remove. And if they burn their removal spell here, then our Djinns are more likely to stick. They drop off 2 lands. Yeah, these artworks are pretty cool. I don't know if I like them better than what we got, though. I like the planets, and I like the lands from the last set. Big score. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. We gotta hold some counter magic now. Aye, aye, aye. Cool. So we'll start swinging with the terror here. And drop the Jin and hold negate. And hope that's enough. No stick there. Okay. End here. So they have no instant speed interaction for 2. Flip the Fable. Maybe they're going to be a Grixis Serpent. That 6 mana Serpent where, I mean, we don't have a counterspell for it. Burn down the house. We got the counterspell for that. Let's see if they have the counter to our counter. Nope. They don't have it, which means they didn't top deck it because they had 2 mana open previously. Okay. Probably just swing in here. If we're going to consider... We really want to impulse into a counterspell. So I think we just start here. We could wait till their turn, but I'd like to know what options we have available. We didn't hit the next counterspell. I think we take impulse and look again. We could hold Essence Scatter for creature, right? For the serpent, but I'm less concerned about that. We'll do this again here. Again, no counterspell. We can check one more time. And again, we boost the power of the Jin, so it's not awful. Okay, we have Syncopate, but that doesn't do it. Okay. We could take Syncopate for next turn, I guess. Or just the Jin to keep the beats on. We'd like one of these in hand. So we'll take you. That was a little bit of a fluff turn. Swing for all we got. And if they have the next burn down the house, we're just going to eat it. They take the block there because we are presenting lethal, so that is nice. When it drops to 5, and we're kind of out of gas. At least we're not going to counter whatever they play this turn. We got that scary 1 mana open. Xander's Lounge, sure. Let's see what they slam. Voltage Surge. All right, we got nothing. No point in doing anything now. Okay. We still have lethal presented. That creates a blocker. Again, no counterspell. Only 2 mana open. Feeling pretty good here. Okay. Well, we'll see if we can hit a Fading Hope. Island, we don't need. Let's look for something better. Binu. Or land. Make disappear. Okay, well, start with an attack here. To the face, they have to block. Okay, they do. Play out the land. Play out the Jin. If we just hold 2 counterspells, how good is that? We still keep Make Disappear. We could sack the Terror for something expensive. So if they play Burn Down the House for 5, they only have 1 or 2 mana open, which means we could Make Disappear to counter it. So I guess that's fine. And sack either the Terror or the Jin. Probably the Jin in response. It's not perfect, but it could be okay. Ooh, Portal to Phyrexia. Let's go. And Brother's Hand. Oh, hell yeah, this is a sweet deck. But they're on 7 mana currently. So they're ramping into Portal to Phyrexia. That's their win con. Brother's Hand, I can't wait to play this card. Looks like a sweet removal spell. Let's see how it lines up with the format. Voltage Surge there. We let you go, I guess. Yeah, no reason to do anything here. Okay, let's see if I got one more removal spell. It's a Fable instead. And we cannot counter it. So they get another blocker for another turn. Just pay the 2. Okay. All right, they stick around. We don't hit anything relevant. Attack. We're close, but we're not there. They could very easily turn the corner. Saving Grace is, they had to spend some treasure to do these things. So they're off their portal, for example. They only have 6 mana. But Burn Down the House goes a long way right now. I guess we just counter that. They drop off a Deluge, but they still have 1 more turn of blockers. 2 more turns. They eat the Kiki Jiki, then they eat the next Kiki Jiki. We need a little interaction to get across the finish line here. Big score. Yeah, we could counter that for 2 and still have mana open. Go X equals 3 here. Sure. I think it's probably better than doing nothing. They eat the -1 card exchange. Okay, keep the beats coming. Lethal presented. Yep. Opponent eats it. We have double Make Disappear open. They get another blocker. Okay. All right, so we have more aggressive power now. Well, we start with an attack here. And they have to chump unless they have interaction. Cathartic Pyre, Ward 2. Okay, we'll let the ward resolve first. Okay, so we could use both Make Disappears here. Wait, it's only 3 damage. Oh, because they want to trade. We burned both make disappears here. Have 3 mana left, drop the Jin unprotected. I feel like that's actually right, as awkward as that is. Okay, counter you. And we counter you again. I guess we should... No, they have to block regardless, so it doesn't matter. And we're short of playing the Jin, so they have to block here. But they were planning to block regardless. Okay, we're in the top deck wars. They deluge, but 2 mana is not enough, so they need a blocker now. They need to go land, Kiki Jiki, make another blocker, basically. Scoop. All right, funky game. Definitely a little bit awkward there. Yeah, consider on turn 1. We have negate for turn 4. Definitely not bad. Cool, have enough land too. So we're well set up. When it resolves a 3rd path iconoclast, when we cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact token. Terror. It's okay, we don't have anything to do on 2 currently. I think this is not what we need at this moment. It's great later, but I don't want to get too far behind here. Warland ain't it either. Surge Engine. It has something to do on 2. I guess they really want to cast a non-creature spell. Probably hold negate for Kiki Jiki instead. If they do nothing, it's bad. But they want to cast non-creature spells. So let's try to hold negate for Kiki Jiki. Ay, that's not good. And a Swift Spear. Interesting. Not what I expected, but it does have prowess. So is it aggro? Surge Engine level up to block and trade is okay, but not amazing. We could take the turn to Thirst. I mean, they want to play a non-creature spell. The thing is, countering it, they still get all these triggers. Maybe we Surge Engine instead. Just gonna go Lightning Strike face, basically, right? We're gonna take a lot of damage this turn. I don't even know that Thirsting is that good by comparison. We let them resolve the Kiki Jiki. I think they're just gonna go Lightning Strike. I think I want to guarantee something this turn. Let's see what they got. Not a great place to be in. We'll definitely trade off the Surge Engine, though. Another Iconoclast. All right, well, they're about to make a massive board if they can just go play with fire here. Ancestral Anger. Pump the entire squad. Okay. We're about to see a lot of creatures. Okay. Nice. I'll give him a nice. Probably should just attack all. Oh, they only attack there. Do we trade you off? I mean, we have a blocker this coming turn. We're going to play the Jin and hold negate this coming turn. So I definitely want to do this. Do we want to trade here? It holds back some of the 1/1s. We're not going to have enough mana to level it up. Maybe we hold off one more turn? No, I think we're under too much pressure here. We can eat the 1/1s for free, but I think we just take this trade. Okay, land is okay. We'll take the Scry first. Yeah, we really just want the terrors now. Okay. Well, we're living on a prayer here, holding the gate. Let's see if they pack removal in Izzet for a 4 toughness creature. Another Swift Spear. Okay. We've seen 0 and Consider. Okay, yeah, they're really low to the ground. We just let the Consider resolve. It's fine. All right, they're doing something. I mean, they're not. I guess one reason to play negate there is just to power up the Jin to 2 power. But they just get in for 2. I guess we take the block and negate, right? They pump it. Gets up to a 3/3. They have to have 2 spells to make it work. So we'll try this. Okay. I think they're playing a little bit chicken here. They should probably just attack all every turn. So what can we do? Probably start with a Thirst, and we really want to hit a Terror. I think that's our best play pattern. Manual tap here. Main phase Thirst. Drop off the land, sure. Didn't really hit what we needed to hit here. Hold a bunch of counter magic, pretend to have something available. We don't. The good news is we're still at 16, and they haven't turned the gas on infantry. Might as well Essence Scatter that. Okay. Good a target as any. This isn't even legendary. Interesting. All right, they got to turn on the heat, right? Send those six tokens in. Another Iconoclast. Yikes. Yeah, we probably take that out while we can. X equals 1. They got to attack all here. You just got to do it. It's so much damage. They're going to click one at a time. Just send the Iconoclasts in. I mean, you're giving us a small chance. Just block one. Whew. Probably another main phase Thirst, I guess. I mean, as long as they play chicken, I guess there's a chance we could win, but... Alright, the Terror is good. The Terror is good. Doesn't do everything, though, for sure. Can play out Consider as well. It's a blocker. So maybe better than nothing. Hold Negate for Lightning Strike. Or a Pump spell. The Pump doesn't matter because they get the triggers regardless. I think our only chance to win is to get a massive Jhin and just kill them in 1 or 2 turns if they continue to be chicken about attacking. Yep, pump the entire team. Okay. They've definitely enacted their game plan. All right, here comes the attack all. Lovely to see it. Take these blocks, eat a buttload of damage. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at least. Drop to 2. No lightning strike to the face. So we have to win this turn if we're going to win. Which is probably impossible. In fact, definitely impossible. So we just lose here. Can't even present lethal. Oh, can we level you up 3 times? Nah, not enough mana. Yeah, that's game. Okay, low to the ground is it? Got us. Weird. Not amazing, but not terrible. If they do nothing until turn 3, we're going to feel pretty good. I guess we could... Yeah, we're fine. We don't need to scry just yet. Hold open Fading Hope in case we actually need it against Azorius. Against Jeskai, do nothing. Okay, we lucked out here. So, land is okay. Creatures are okay. Is actually okay. Well, if we just counter everything for the rest of the game, we're not feeling too shabby. Fable, easy counter. Who gets outclassed the most? Syncopates, it's not a bad turn for Syncopate, I guess. Let's start here. Just X equals 1 U. Okay. Well, see if we get to Impulse this turn. Fading Hope, not looking crazy good in this matchup so far. What do we let him resolve a Deluge or something? Yeah, I think we go for it. Okay, we'll take the Jhin, even though we don't have the mana for it. I think that's fine. If we take the land, we can double counterspell. We have Negate. I think we need the Jhin at some point. Cool, we'll hit the land anyway. So we slam the Jhin, they go removal on our turn, then they go removal on their turn. It's not amazing. I guess I'd prefer to see them try to tap out again. Here is Stick. All right, let's see what they got. Faithful Mending. I think we just let that go. So what do you think, Reanimator? They drop off Strangle. It is too small to pick off the Jhin, although double would have done it. Hit their 5th land. Do nothing again. That's not great for us. Again, I don't love dropping the Jhin into double removal spells. I think we hold here again and hopefully play Thirst to get some land. Not great not hitting land, though. Ganjo, sure. Attempt this. Faithful Mending in response, okay. What else are we dropping off this time? Oh boy. This is Omniscience, right? Yeah, Omniscience, great. Okay. We really want the Lance. We're going to decline here. We want all the negates we can get. Fading Hope is cheap, but we haven't seen any creatures and we might not. Maybe it's both Fading Hopes. We can probably keep one. Drop off one, make disappear. Okay, land is good. I think we go for the Jhin this time. Hold up in 2 counterspells. That's the best slot we're going to get. It resolves. Okay. End here. See if there's removal on our turn. There isn't. All right, so we could get through a double counterspell turn. Attempt to resolve the Fable with 4 mana open. It's a pretty good negate target. How do we feel if they do in fact kill the Djinn? I think we try. And then try to Fading Hope our own Djinn, maybe. Hold the negate for more goodies. All right, what you got? Depopulates. Okay, I guess we just counter that. Negate's so good right now. Do we just Fading Hope instead? Either that or we turn on the pressure. Yeah, maybe we just negate this one. We could save it for when it really counts. We have Fading Hope. All right. We'll negate you. We'll opt for Tempo. Thirst is a good draw. Could even main phase it here. I think that's fine. Turn up the heat a little. Drop off a land. A lot of good options here. Play out one of these lands. We still have a lot of great options. I think we can take an Impulse. Surge Engine. Well, we really need to hold Counter Magic this turn. Maybe it's just Consider. Yeah, we're not going to play out Surge Engine this turn. So maybe it's Consider instead. This doesn't allow us to double spell. We need the blue to both Fading Hope and Impulse. We just hang out here for a minute. All right, hit him for 9. And here. See what the opponent's going to do first. We're out of negates, sadly. Faithful Mending, let that go for sure. Opponent digs for answer with 4 mana open. Got a lot of cards now, it looks like. This card too. Drop off 1 land. Is it up to 2 cards? Faithful Mending again. Let that go again. That's fine. You get back life, but it's fine by us. It's initially net negative. Drop off 2 more lands. Okay. That's all they got. You can either take an Impulse or Consider here, or both. Start with an Impulse. Just look for more counterspells. Terror's good. Drawing's also good. We really just need more counterspells, though. I think it's Thirst instead. Terror puts on more pressure, but the Djinn's already putting on a massive amount of pressure. I don't think I saw stick there. I think we go for the Thirst as well. Yeah, no stick. Okay. We could deploy 1 Surge Engine this turn. I like Impulse. I like Fading Hope. Mage Spear is almost useless. We can drop off 1 Fading Hope. Maybe 1 Consider here. No, 1 Surge Engine. Yeah, that's fine with me. Okay, that's a great draw. Start with a Consider. Pump the Djinn even higher. We can actually probably bin that. Where land's okay. Anything else pre-combat? We could Impulse again. Just pumping the Djinn higher. Syncopate. Another counterspell. Oh, we take the negate for sure. Yeah. Okay. Classic mono blue. Still haven't seen the Surge Engine pop off, though. When it goes first, this isn't a bad hand. Crystal Grotto can help scry us into that next land. Take the Consider on 1 here, or the Fading Hope if we really need to. A little bit of stick by the opponent, I think. Maybe a little play with fire action. We'll see. Boundary into whatever this guy is. We can let it go this turn. We don't really have the counter to bounce it. Maybe we just eat 2. Bounce it next turn. Okay, I think we take Consider here. That's okay, but we really need land. Land it is. All right, better. Negate, not where you want to be. Sure, we can take a Scry here. Essence Scatter will be good against them in general. We really just want more land, though. So, put you on the bottom. All right, hold Fading Hope. Deploy it whenever it's... Oh, whenever it's dealt damage. Oh, it's not when it deals damage. Interesting. Well, that's not as scary then. We just let this go. Bounce their 3-drop instead, right? So whenever Felden is dealt damage. Yeah, all right, so we don't care about that. We'll take 2. Bounce their 3-drop instead. Well, we can't bounce that. We can negate it, though. Yeah, it's fine. It's as good a target as any in mono red. Cool, more land is good. Let's not drop the Djinn just yet. Give it 1 more turn. We can do the Thirst or Fading Hope this turn. Let fire to the face. Let that go. It's fine. Down to 14. Scry 1 to the top. I think we eat 2 more and go Thirst this turn. See how spooky that is. Ooh, creature lands. That's not as fun. Do we eat 4, drop to 10? Or Fading Hope to Felden? This turn we're going to play out the Djinn, hold Negate. Maybe that's enough. Let's just bounce you. That's going to be really good against them in general, so we'll keep that. In fact, maybe that's what we play over the Djinn this turn anyway. What are they going to do? Deal with a 5/5 Ward 2. Show me what you got. Could see a scoop right now. It's not impossible. We're down to 12. Maybe they attack and look for the card draw. That's fine. Like, what are they going to do? Get a Lightning Strike? They can't pay the ward. They would need Strangle and a land this turn to make it happen. Was that all Lightning Strike? What was that? 2 Lightning Strikes, a Raiju, a Swift Spear. So we could see Swift Spear down or Lightning Strike face. Exile that many cards. Okay, so they exiled 5 cards. That's kind of cool. Until end of your next turn. That's a while. Okay, so they'll play out the Raiju next turn. And they have a Kumano here. Okay, that's some damage. They're not doing things, but they're going to have a really hard time getting to the Terror. This coming turn, the Raiju can come in as a 4/4. Give it another counter. There's not a whole lot we can do about that. We can just trade it with the Terror. This makes things cheaper going forward. So I don't hate that. So we'll trade the Terror with the Raiju this turn. And hold Negate in case it actually matters. So no attacks here. Okay, so Raiju comes in as a 4/4. Yep. And they get to attack and pump it to a 5/5. But they're down to 2 cards. Maybe they don't attack. No, they're attacking. Yeah. Okay, take the trade. It's fine. Consider. Makes the Terror cheaper, so it's effectively free. We just need to make sure we hit enough blue. Thirst. If we hit land, we can double Terror off Thirst. Maybe that's a little bit better. No, we don't have enough blue. Yeah, let's start with a Consider. Land would be great. Actually, let's just find a bin, because then it makes the Terror 2 cheaper anyway. And we hit land anyway. Okay. Easy mode. Easy mode engaged. And I guess we can hold Negate in case we need it. Seems unlikely, but don't think we need to Thirst just this moment for a little more damage. Okay. So they get a 2/2 and scoop. Fair enough. Welcome to the post-game deck tech. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider dropping a like, a subscribe, and a comment. It helps out the channel a lot. Mono Blue Tempo. Interesting. I don't actually think it got any upgrades off of Brothers War, which quite frankly, I'm okay with. This was already a very strong deck and can be a little annoying to play with, especially when you play it on the ladder a lot. I don't think the Surge engine necessarily makes the deck any better. It's very awkward on 2 when you are on the draw, because when you're on the draw, you really want to hold 2 mana open to counter their 3 drops so they don't get ahead with Kiki Jiki or Liliana or whatever else they're, you know, all the fantastic cards that can be played on 3. So slamming a Surge engine on your 2 and letting the opponent resolve their 3 drop is pretty bad for this deck. You'd think in theory it's okay because at some point you play it and then you can hold open either counter magic or level it up, but it just doesn't play that way. It really feels awkward when you slam this thing, tap out, and you don't have any of your counter magic spells open, which is a core part of the deck. So I don't think you play this card. I think your options are either go the more aggressive route and drop the Delver back in there. If you want to play more aggressively, you go Delver, or you can go the Worlds version, which is instead of the Delver, basically you throw in some Spell Pierce and Slip Out the Back is what they're running instead in the Worlds version. So you can go either of those 2 routes. Some other cards I was hoping to play, but really just don't make the deck at all, are the Blade Coil Serpent, which could be a cool finisher for some deck, including blue, and Teferi, which is a 5-drop that also looks sweet. Again, these really don't play well with this deck because we're running a super tight mana base at 22 land. And so just tapping out to slam the Teferi for 5 mana or tapping out to spend 6+ mana is really not what you want to be doing. You want to be getting down these creatures, the Djinn or the Terror, for cheap and then holding counter magic for the rest of the game. So these don't fit into this deck, but we'll try it out some other time in the next couple weeks or so. So anyway, hope you enjoyed today's video. Have a great rest of your day and I will see you in the next one.